Are you more stressed than ever, even you're working harder than ever? It's not the fault of hustle, it's the fault how your brain is wired. And today's video will be short, it will be punchy, and it's gonna show you the 4 habits entrepreneurs, multimillionaires, and billionaires use to actually build their business, to train their brain, and make long-term success without falling into burnout and getting rid of this high level of stress. Let's be real for a second. When we look in the day of a typical founder, maybe even your day, you're gonna see you wake up already tired, exhausted. You're waking up to thousands of Slack messages. You're jumping from call to call, dragging yourself through a day, and every minute, every hour, you jump from one task to another, what leaves you tired, drained, and in the end, for our family, often just what's left. That means we are not present. We may physically be there, but we in our head already planning the next day or going through problems from the day. And what happens here is that under this constant stress, our prefrontal cortex, the CEO in our brain, is getting tired and drained. That means our decisions that we make, that the decisions we plan, are getting more shallow than ever. And it's not this short-term stress, it's the long-term stress that's here a huge factor, because you become more busy, you run through motions through this typical autopilot, but when you look at the actual results, you're not making real progress. On the other side, we of course have beliefs, those typical thoughts, this inner voice that comes up, that you're maybe not made for business, that you are not a typical entrepreneur, or that you just are a failure. And those automatical programs running in ourselves constantly sabotage our subconscious. So what can you actually do to jump on the right habits to move your business forward to scale? The first thing you can do is to book your free burnout proof call down here. Jump on it right now, book your slot, and dive right into the first habits. And it's routines. We often know it, but it's not a typical routine like some kind of fancy morning routine where you have to run through over the mountain or jump into some cold lake at 4 a.m. It's all about starting your day in a certain kind of manner. And the best thing you can actually do, and that's how I use it with my clients, is start your day with gratitude. It's like 10-minute journaling, writing down your priorities, your boundaries, and always coming back to your vision and why. Because when you start your day with gratitude, you're actually programming your brain on detecting opportunities and seeing if a task is aligning with your vision. That gives you in the end a chance to actually work less because you have less on your plate. The second one is also the typical one, is the distractions. And I mean the external distractions. For example, when you work on a task, really focus on one task, one outcome, one period of time. That means get your phone away, don't look at your iPad, don't have some kind of emails open. One task, one outcome, one time block. Do it. And the next one I use is mental training, and that's what society won't tell you because we always focus on the external side, another course, another productivity tool, another AI tool. But if your mental side, the inner game, isn't involved, and that's actually what I talked about in my video before, it won't work, it won't be sustainable. So one thing you can do here, we talked about these beliefs subconsciously sabotaging you, is working on your beliefs and self-talk. Because yeah, you can write affirmations, you can use sentences that you put on a sticky note somewhere at your mirror in the bathroom or maybe at your screen, but also how you talk to yourself. So normally what I see is that when a challenge comes up, that you beat yourself up over it. I made a mistake, I'm so dumb. But that actually is backfiring, because be your own biggest client, be your own biggest fan, and work on the self-talk. And the fourth one is boost neurotransmitters. We talk a lot about dopamine and serotonin, and that's actually the part that influences our motivation and mood. And it's not the serotonin and dopamine you get through Instagram scrolling, but doing actually something positive and something that moves you forward. For example, you read something, you go for a walk, and you reward yourself through steps and tasks that actually move closer to your vision and actually benefit your health. And the huge effect of this, and that's the huge powerful side we see of working from the inside out, and that's how we use it in our 3Rs program. Don't forget to book your call, is that we have founders and entrepreneurs who made a huge change in the first week using those inner beliefs for their sake and working on those boundaries, for example. So this distraction side, but from the inside out. And it worked, for example, that we had one client that jumped from 30K a month to 37K a month, but not in a 7-day week. He only has 4-day weeks. He delegates, he has passive income now in addition. And what we also accomplished here is that he started in his first week, in his first 7 days, that he cut down on meetings and put up those boundaries with his team and got back 8 hours. So it's a whole work day for a 9 to 5, and he got it back in his first week. So that's the power when you work from the inside out. If you want to accomplish that for yourself, if you want to build a business without sacrificing your health, time with your loved ones, or just getting rid of the stress of scaling, because in the end you can't scale in this level of stress, feel free to jump on a call down below. I'm gonna link you the last video all about the 3Rs and how I reversed the burnout there. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, and I see you in the next video.